Since I've started my job at NYU a couple months ago, I've been able to do a lot of cool things with my team, including seeing some cool sites. And this week in particular, we've been working with IDEO, a design thinking firm, to work on a longer term project specific to, student communications, which is my core team. And then we also were preparing for a major event called the Open House, October Open House, which meant that my day started at 5:17 this morning with the Breakfast of Champions Pop-Tarts, strawberry of course, and then obviously of course I needed a cup of coffee to get me going. And then there's the obligatory fit check for this cold morning. And then there was the Lyft drive through the city to get to the admission center, which is where the beginning of the entire event took place. I like driving through the city at night and in the early morning. It's very peaceful. And then once I got to the admission center, we started setting up. And honestly, I didn't mind getting up early when I had these views to look forward to, over Washington Square Park and with other landmarks in the background. I helped set up a couple of rooms for some speaker events, and there were several different speakers and events and types of workshops and stuff that were happening. And then once that all the rooms were set up, it was time to get started. And so I started my day with check-in, managing some crowd flow, and then we made our way over to the Kimmel Center.
Hey, how are you? Good. What's up?
Hey, Chris. Tell us what.
I'm good. You're good.
Okay. And why you?
After that, we went to the liberal studies session in Grand Hall, helped with check-in and managing crowd flow there, and it also had a refreshments table, which was very much needed. By this time, it was about 10 o'clock, and I needed a second cup of coffee and a little bit bite to eat just to hold me over until lunch. Catering always does a really good job. They always have a great spread whenever they're involved in an event.
And have at their fingertips access to a global network. So they have everything by being part of liberal studies at NYU.
And then after the session, there was a Q&A portion with student leaders, and I really loved chatting with the students and their families over a cup of coffee and refreshments. And then I headed my way up to lunch, which, again, catering does an amazing job. It was hot honey chicken, pulled pork, and mac and cheese today. And then I meandered over to my last session for the day, which was a financial aid session, which is arguably one of the more popular sessions of the events. And then once everything winded down, we bid adieu to a team member who was moving on to a new role, and then it was time to go home. And so around 4:58, almost a 12-hour day, I finally was on the bus to go home.